right, here he is, the #1 UFC welterweight contender. He has never fought for the title before, but on the strength of a long winning streak, he has arrived at the precipice of a world championship here tonight.
He's been working so long to put himself in this position. He has been working so diligently to try to earn himself a shot at a championship. Tonight he gets that opportunity. He is a well-rounded fighter. He's so tremendous in all aspects of mixed martial arts. I cannot wait to see him compete and try to become the champion.
And I'm not sure that any athlete in this welterweight division has handled adversity, professional and otherwise, as well as this man has. He is forged as he hits the proving ground for his first UFC title fight tonight. All right, so here's the legend, George St. Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You got to be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak of.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George St. Pierre had this combination. It was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab, and then a leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to be George St. Pierre.
And he's got more SPs than you.
He does. He's a man.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jack Della Maddalena. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre!
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, here we go with round 1, featuring Perth, Western Australia's Jack Della Maddalena. You know what he can do with his jab. Undeniable death touch power in both hands, but at times his kryptonite has been the wrestling. Not to suggest that people have taken him down at will, but this division, unlike a lot of others, has mostly wrestlers and grapplers in that top 10. You gotta think Jack Della Maddalena has shored up that part of his game, knowing that most of these combatants are gonna try to take him down. That's how you defend the single leg.
Now some separation from his first position. Look, hurt him.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Oh, how good is this? 1 minute into the fight, and we got a full-on brawl.
These guys said that they were going to point this into the octagon and they were going to fight. Did I believe them? No. So right now, I am so wrong. They are doing exactly what they said.
Yeah, shades of Max Holloway against Ricardo Lamas back in the day.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. Solid takedown.
Well, St. Pierre's in half guard. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Pierre's back in half guard.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head.
Oh, back and forth we go.
Ooh, looking to go to the leg kick here, just out of range. Couple minutes gone by round one.
Great punch landing, so much power.
Oh, there's the single. St. Pierre's going for a choke here. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep. It looks like he's getting close to his arm triangle. All he's got to do now is isolate the arm, get his head down to the mat, and squeeze, and his opponent will have no choice but to tap. Knee on belly. He's laying down, ground and pound. If he doesn't move on the bottom, he's going to get finished.
Looks like the referee could step in here. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here.
Use your footwork and let's get focused.
In the half guard.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Big ground and pound.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep. Back in the clinch, look for him to hang on his opponent's head and try to wear at his gas tank.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape him. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by GSP. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Ooh, that uppercut landed for him. He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job. Great takedown defense right now by the champ.
Oh, there he goes, transitioning to the back in the clinch. Well done. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show.
Oh, clean hook there. What a round. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Ready.
Second round underway. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Great timing on that double leg.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. St. Pierre's trying for a submission here. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
Well, he had it tight, John, but then he decided to keep the dominant position by giving it up.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. Well, St. Pierre's in half guard. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by George St. Pierre. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive than we saw in round 1, and now starting to find himself in the pocket.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth. Oh, another heavy shot gets through. Stop it, and he will. Oh! Woo! How about it? So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party. And here once more with the official decision is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 50 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre.
All right, well, this is a man of humility, but George St. Pierre all but guaranteed a win by TKO tonight, and that is exactly the way it goes into the books.